Oh, fuck. Damn, I need some glasses. Yeah, like these. Uh, what's up, whoever you are? Trying to figure out how to get my live feed. I tried to go live yesterday, and the damn thing really acted crazy. Um, so who's this? Who's this? Tristan May. Um, no, I don't want to stop streaming. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure this out with you. Is this Tristan May? It says you gifted $100. Is that a real thing? Uh, I don't see it, but you know, even if you didn't gift $100, it's the thought of you being here, and that's all I care about, really. Okay. I mean, I clearly I wouldn't mind being gifted $100, but I just want you guys to be here because I want to chat with y'all. Mr. Winter, or are you on Bigo Live? I don't know what that is. If you can tell me, Mr. Winter, maybe I can go there. Someone said hi. It's a um, it's a name I can't pronounce clearly. Timothy Olson, appreciate it, buddy. Um, Whatever AE means. I. Um, if I get enough people in here, guys, y'all want to ask me some questions, man. If you know anything about me, today was a big day for me. I went out to Arlington, to the post office, and tried to deal with the cops who. And if your case you're wondering what's going on behind me, that's St. Louis. A nice picture of St. Louis. Some building that we discovered after the Ghost concert. It was amazing. I mean, look at it. They have that in downtown, and yes, I'm wearing these old man glasses. Okay, but I can. It helps me to read your chat. Okay, and I rarely get on here and talk to you guys, and I just want to know who you are. Okay, I want to know about you, and I want to know if you have any questions for me, places you would like me to try to audit. Sorry about this pillow thing that's sticking out, laying on my bed. Um, if you want me to, to audit certain places, if you want me to. I'm going to try to look at this guy here. Tristan. Tristan May. Let me see who you are, man. I'm going to pin your message just because you're here. I can do all kinds of cool things. I can put people in timeouts and stuff like that if I wanted to, but I'm not like that. Okay, if you guys come in here and you want to chat with me and you want to have words with me or whatever, we can do that. I'm not a baby. I'm not just gonna kick you out of the room for no reason. Okay, unless you have the only way I kick people out of my room. Jesus. Look at this. This is nuts. You got to be loving. Look at this. Anyway, this is their technology. This is YouTube's technology. The only way that I would throw somebody out of this room, and let's just have nice conversations, guys. Let's talk to each other. But the only reason I would is if you're a homophobe, a racist, or a bigot. Okay, those three things. And you're proud of that. You might not. Some people are those things and they don't know they're those things. And you might not be those things to a certain level, okay? So I myself, I had to really address a lot of things when I was in my 20s and 30s, as far as like race. I'm in Tennessee here. I was around a lot of people who, they in high school, people said racist jokes and things like that, and we just, I don't think I ever liked those jokes, but I also don't think that now I know that they shouldn't have been really shared. I mean, come on, guys, those are just people. Okay, everybody's a person until they prove to you that they're an asshole. Otherwise, people are people. But we're not going to get on one of those rants. Okay. CWS friends, hi, thank you, I appreciate that. Whoever you are that has the number one, do you support DJT? I'll let you decide that. That can be your decision. That you can figure out whether I do or not. It's kind of a personal question. Otherwise, I appreciate you being here though, and maybe as you talk to me, you can figure it out. But my thing is if it's about politics, I may support someone's policies, but I don't make it my personality. Okay, I don't become this person who is all about everything that someone says. I've never been that way. There have been some things about certain presidents that I've liked and other things that I didn't like. But I'm never all in on anyone unless they prove to me that they're just the most amazing person in the world. Then I'll be all in on them, okay? But even then, I'm going to question when they do shit, right? You have to question. You have to question everything and everybody, okay? Question and talk. We have to talk. Damn it. We have to talk, man. All this just vitriol that's going around. It's got to stop, dude. It's got to stop, okay? And it's not likely to stop anytime soon. However, we can all talk to each other, and as long as we're talking to each other and treating each other as humans, then we're going to be okay, regardless of what's going on in the country or the world right now. The world, for that matter, it's pretty much everywhere. Everybody's done gone crazy, it seems like. Anybody still there? Still got one viewer, got 3 thumbs up. I appreciate all you guys. You're awesome. Unpin that. Okay. No, I don't want to stop. Okay, guys. So bear with me because I'm trying to do some technical things today. You said, yeah, I agree. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. We've gotten so fucking, everybody wants to fight, and it's like, dude, let's talk about things that that we can agree on. Okay, let's start there. I love dogs. You love dogs? You know, if you do things like that, you can break down walls really quick, and we can talk common sense. All right, because I've gotten to be my age because I understand that we're a lot more alike than what people think we are. Okay, I believe that from the bottom of my heart, and hope you believe it too. Uh, but got one person in here. I don't know who it is, but if you have any questions or anything, let's talk. Let's talk. I'll gladly talk about anything. If you don't know anything about me, I'm a First Amendment auditor named Liver Cheese. I run a site called Gen Express, and we hold people accountable for mainly we want to educate the public, but we also want to hold officers and officials accountable for their actions. Um, and that seems to be such a hot topic. I think lately it's a little less of a hot topic because there's so many other things happening, um, that a guy holding a camera, you know, might not be as scary now as it was a year or two or three ago. But very important that you guys get out and always record police if you see them. Don't be afraid to do that. Okay, if you come across if you come across a wreck or something, that's clearly you don't want to, you don't want to go up and film any gross stuff, dead bodies, stuff like that. I mean, have some respect for the people who are injured or whatever. But yeah, don't be afraid and look at it as a badge of honor to do that, okay? Because if they're doing their jobs right, then they're not going to care that you're there recording. That's what it all comes down to. The only ones who really care that you're recording generally have something that they're either hiding or, sometimes they'll come up, oh, my kids. And if you've seen me, I try to stay away from all that. I get that. I totally get it. I could be a prick and just record as kids if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that, okay? I get that, and I get how sideways it can get if you are dealing with a parent. Um, so let me see if I got any comments here. Come on, guys, talk to me. I don't want to talk your ear off. I want to ask y'all questions. I want to answer questions from you guys. Um, and please bear with me as things pop in and out of the background. Okay, I have the green screen feature on, which I've never used before, and I'm just trying it out. I want to try out all these little features on my live screen or live feed because yesterday I had a few people. I was live feed talk liver cheese. Yesterday I was live streaming in Missouri, and I had a few people, but my live stream kept shutting out on me. So I want to see if it's just me being out that caused the issue, or maybe my phone, which I hope to goodness it's not the phone, because the phone is a very good phone. Supposed to be a very good phone. Okay. Hi. Hi, whoever you are. I don't care who you are. I love you as a person. If you want to sit and talk to me, talk to me. Um, please don't be afraid. Man, we need communication. We need to talk. Um, and if you're somebody I know, that's cool too. But I would appreciate if you said something. Uh, oh, so how was your day? What'd you do today? I'll show you what I did, and I'll show you some things that I collected today. Uh, I think I got some cool shit today. So I'm going to share it with you and show you what it is when we have some people. We have one person in here. Whoever you are, in my country, right-wing party is empowered because of SNS. They're very aggressive. Okay, um, I'm gonna claim ignorance here, okay? Because I think I'm up on a lot of things, but as far as world politics, a lot of times I don't. I don't follow it as nice or as closely as I should. In my country, it's a right wing party. Okay, you said they're empowered because of SNS and they're very aggressive, probably taking a lot of rights away from you. What country can you say that, or is that something that you would be afraid to say on a chat? Hi, Mia. Um, but the second coming, number two, one, Mia. I'm a fan. How do you know me, Mia? How do you know me? Hate the second coming. Hate. Okay. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Why would you do that, man? Why would you do that? It just makes no sense. Does that make you feel like a man to do something like that? I'll sit here and let you do it. Uh, but you're just making a fool of yourself. That's all it is. If you want to make a fool of yourself, by all means, make a fool of yourself. Okay? No way. And we're just gonna ignore Second Coming Troll here because he's he's. I'm gonna give him a chance. Okay? To right his ways because we can talk. I'll still talk to the guy. I just don't understand it. That's all. What did a black person do to you to make you want to walk around and act like a fool? I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you. Look, man. I want to converse with you. Okay. I want to talk to you. If you want to talk, and I will not. I want to talk. I want to know what's going on in your brain. What makes you want to do that? But if you don't stop, I'm gonna kick you out of here. Okay. You see the other people getting pretty pissed off about it. Uh, so would you like to talk? Second coming word troll, N word, whatever. Would you like to talk? Hey brother, I'm just a racist. That's all. Well, why? What made you? Let me ask you. What made you become racist? Okay. Let me ask you that. Uh, it, N word, N word, N word, N word. So he said, "Hey, bro, I'm just a racist." So he's proud of it. But I guarantee you, if you click on his details right there, if you click on his profile, he's not going to have any details listed. Um, would you like to motorboat my sack? Sure, bloody face, bring it on. Hey, Clash of People, what's up? He hates himself. I mean, that's a good assumption. If you hate something about yourself, you tend to project it onto other people. So uh, I would agree with you there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and let me see here. Let me. Um. Oh, I didn't know you could do this. Okay, guys, hang in with me. I'm trying to figure out how to block people and do stuff like that. It's so fucked up because it tells you to. I'm in here looking, and it tells you to. No, I don't want to stop. Stop it. Hang on, guys. Uh, okay, so it tells you, and I control the chat here, and it tells you spell out the word that you don't want in the chat. So I'm not going to do that. I just don't want to do it. Sorry. Uh, but he wants to. He wants to. Something happened to him in his life that made him a terrible person. Okay, you can turn it around, bro. You can turn it around. You don't have to. You don't have to live like that. I'm here to tell you straight up that when you trust other people and you talk to other fucking people, that your opinions about a lot of things in life change. All right, right. Um, so and you can write yourself, man. You can be a good guy. You don't have to go up and go to the fucking to the Juneteenth parties and celebrations, and you don't have to do Kwanzaa. You don't have to do any of that. Just be a fucking person, man. Be a person. That's all. Be kind. And I try to figure out a way to get rid of this guy. I have no idea how to be a good guy. This is all I know. Well, I mean, you're clearly trolling. I know you're not like that probably in real life, and you're trolling. And I don't understand why you would do that though. I mean, what's the reasoning behind that? You want to be the center of attention all the time, and even if it's in a negative way, I just don't understand it, bro. Come on, man. Do better than that, okay? Come on, man. Dude, you just come on, man. Stop that. Chat filter. Hold on, guys. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna show all messages. There we go. Give me Mos. Give you. Give you who? Give me Mose. 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 Do you know my dog's name? Give me mods. Yeah. Okay. Braden, you want to be my mod? Do you know how to do this? You know how to do it? Let me see if I can do it. Let me see. Um, Unity defaults. Yeah. Come on. Block words. See, I don't know, man. Message delay. We're gonna do subs. How about that? I feel like such a douche. I don't know how to get this guy out of here. Anybody have any idea? Hold on. Wait. Somebody said something. You can report it or block. Hit his name on the screen. Okay. See. Let's put him in timeout. Let's put him in timeout for 5 minutes. How about that? Thank you for that, Susan. Susan, thank you very much for that. You taught me something new today. I love learning new things, and I needed that one. Clearly, I don't come on here very often and go live, but thank you. Is it just Susan? Let me see. Susan, yes. Thank you very much. You can report or block it. Now I know how to squash the roaches. Okay. I'm gonna give them a chance though. I'm gonna give them a chance to come in and chat if they want to. If they want to be mature adults, and I mean, you don't have to be mature. I'm very immature, but thank you, Susan. Said you're welcome. But there's just, God, man, I've been waking up lately, and everything is so fucking, and it makes you lose your faith in humanity in a lot of ways. Um, and I want you guys to know that I can be the guy that you can come talk to. Okay, my channel is always going to be First Amendment auditing, but it's also going to be about civil rights. Okay, any type of rights violations by any of the higher ups, the public servants. So if you guys have any suggestions, do you want funny stuff? Do you want serious stuff? I'm talking to nobody, so I'll just wait a minute. at my hair. My God. It's out of control, dude. My hair is out of control. All right. There. How about that? No. You're back. Whoever you are, you're back. So I'm gonna, since y'all don't have any questions, I want to try to entertain y'all a little bit. Not entertain you, but I want to show you what I got today. And if you are a member of the channel, know that my next video that's coming out is epic. Epic. You're welcome. Hi, cool kid. Hi, cool kid. What's up? Where are you from? Where are you guys from? Anybody? You're going to check in and let me know where you're at? You don't have to, but I'm currently in Bartlett, Tennessee, which is a suburb right outside of Memphis. I'm not very popular in my suburb. Not very popular. What's up, Braden? Braden fam. Yeah. A lot of the people in my community here really want to. Mariah Dell, what's up? You're new here. Do you know what I do, Mariah? Do you know that I'm a First Amendment auditor? Does that not scare you? Susan, Harrisonburg, Virginia. Susan, I've only been to Virginia once, and I went to, where did I go? I went to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, and then I went to another park that was around there. I flew in and drove through the state. I'll tell you in just a minute, Mariah. Let me tell her about my Virginia experience. And Virginia, what a gorgeous state. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I got to get back there. It's beautiful. Driving through it, man, I was like, wow, gorgeous. Okay, all the best from Poland, brother. Simon, my wife is Polish. Okay, Mariah Dell, I do First Amendment auditing, which is, I can kind of be a pain in the ass to a lot of people, but I go out and I record in public places, generally to try to educate the public that I can do that and that it's a First Amendment right. But what I really try to do is they call the cops. They generally call the cops on me. Cops come out. I try to have a conversation with them. If a lot of times it doesn't work out well. I've been illegally detained. Yeah, everybody knows my story there, but and cuffed and had a stroke. My video tomorrow will be addressing that. The whole story. I went to Arlington today and dealt with those guys. I didn't deal with them, but I went out there. King's Dominion, yeah, I think it was King's Dominion. It was either King's. It was wherever they had the hurler. And they had Volcano. I remember Volcano. I love that ride. We waited till the last second to do it and almost missed our flight because it was an hour and a half line. But I love it. I was glad that I did it. Did he leave? I don't know. No, he didn't leave. I put him in timeout for 5 minutes. So what could happen is he could come right back in and we're just gonna get bombed with N-word. Okay, just letting you know that right off the bat. Europa. Somebody took their message away. You just out looking for attention, James? Really, I'm not, man. I'm not. I started doing YouTubing because I started watching these videos, and some of them were really bad. I was like, man, I want to get out and fight for our First Amendment rights too. So I tried it out, went out and did it for a little bit, and had good experiences, man. Yeah, they let me out of the retirement home. Yeah, appreciate that, James. Love you, brother. But I don't do it for attention, okay? Trust me, I don't. I haven't made 1 cent off of YouTube. Let that sink in for a minute. I haven't made 1 cent off any lawsuits from anybody. Let that sink in for a minute, okay? None of those things have happened. So you think that I'm just out trying to get attention? No. Well, in a way, I am. I'm trying to draw attention to a real problem in our country. Uh, and yes, it can be a controversial way to do it, but sometimes you got to do that. That's the only way people are gonna pay attention to it. Okay, Braden, you're back at it again. So okay, Braden's doing it now. Inward, inward, inward. Uh, so why put yourself in a position to be illegally detained? Um, that's the whole purpose of it. It's it. I shouldn't be illegally detained. Period. A, a cop should know that. They should understand that that's a law. That's why I put myself in position. Uh, if you if you don't practice these rights, they go away. I know you've heard this from 100 auditors, but it's true. Okay, they go away, especially today. The right can be gone like that. Now, if we can't record in public, then I can't be driving down the street and I see I could see anything. I could see greatness happen right there. I could see a cop beating the shit out of somebody. I'm gonna record that. I'm gonna record it. Now, whether or not you think that I should be recording it, I'm sorry, brother. I don't care. I'm recording it. I got to protect those people. Uh, Cops should be held accountable for their actions. That's just all there is to it. You don't get a free pass because you got a badge. Okay, you got to learn the law. You got to be a human. You got to treat others like humans. That's all it's about. All right. I don't disagree with you, but it seems like a whole lot of trouble, James. It's a ton of trouble. It's a ton of trouble. It's not fun. It's not fun. How many times I've wanted to change my channel, to just not to change it, but to go in a more positive direction. But guess what? I can't do it, man, because every time that I think, okay, maybe they're starting to learn, no, it just happens like that. So I've got to keep doing it. I just have to. I understand that a lot of people look at me and don't get it. They don't get it. I feel you. But if you would come over and have a conversation with me, okay, I'm going to try to help you understand that. I'm not there to make you look like an ass or anyone else look like an ass. Okay? I just want them to be held accountable for what they do. They're in a job where they can take someone's life. I almost became one of those guys. So Mariah says you have the right to. Thank you, Mariah. I appreciate that you understand that. That means a lot to me. So, and to the other guy I was talking to here, let me see. Braden fam just wants attention. Yeah. James, that I appreciate you having a civil conversation with me, man. If you could check out some of my videos, you will see that some days I'm an asshole, some days I'm not. But even when I'm an asshole, generally it's because that's the energy I'm given. Okay? That's not always the case. I can go out and be in a bad mood just like anybody else, like the cops can too, but I don't have a gun. So I'm not, nobody's going to wind up dead because of that. So Braden, you're in timeout, man. 10 minutes. So everyone has rights, all races do, and we need to not forget that. Susan, you bring up a very, very good point. Look, I'm not saying you're in the wrong, but there's no point to bring attention to yourself if you can avoid it. James, that's what I'm trying to get you to kind of understand. There's no real way to, lately I'll just put the camera up and I don't like try to follow somebody and antagonize. They come to me, okay? Lately, that's what that happens. you'll see in my video tomorrow, I had a woman today, she pulled up, and you'll see. I don't want to spoil it, but it was pretty funny. But it's just a life lesson, man. It's just a life lesson. Um, we need to understand that freedoms can be uncomfortable, okay? And the thing that makes me, that boggles my mind so much about it, is that they're all okay with being recorded in a store, in a bank, by other cars, Teslas. But when I'm sitting there with the camera on a stick, they automatically assume that I'm up to no good. Now, so it also leads back to trusting humans. You know what I mean? We've gotten away from trusting people. We look at everybody's up to something. Everybody wants something. Everybody's trying to get something. I'm not trying to get something from you, okay? I'm not. I'm not. But if you come over to me and we have a good banter, even if you wind up looking like an ass, I look like an ass a lot of times in my videos. It's going to go up because it's valuable. It's human behavior. It's how humans interact and communicate with each other, which is very important. And it's fascinating too. It's fascinating stuff. Okay, so let me read the rest. I saw your video a little bit and it was interesting. Thank you very much, Peach. I'm just going to call you Peach because I can't pronounce your name. And I think that's a Peach. Okay, James, yeah, but if you find the cop that beats your ass, is it worth it? Well, look, man. Look, man. Not saying they're in the right, but it does happen. Absolutely, 100%, you're correct. Don't think there ain't a day that goes by that I don't think about the fact that a cop, and probably it's not going to be a cop that beats my ass. The cop might violate my rights, but if somebody wants to try to beat my ass, it's probably going to be another citizen somewhere. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that feeling when I'm out and about, looking over my shoulder every second. You know, it sucks. It sucks. But my point is, it didn't have to be like that. Um, all you have to do is come over and talk to me. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Now I even have a little press pass here. Well, it's going to be backwards because I'm front facing my camera, but I have a press pass. So I used this today in one of my audits, the audit when I went back to Arlington. I used this, and a woman came over and rolled down her window, and she said, "Are you recording me?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am, I am." I said, "Well," I said, "Oh, you came over to me. You drove back around, so you want to be interviewed, right?" I said, "Come on, let me interview you." And she rolled her window up and it said something and spun out, and got the hell out of there. So yeah, it can be it can be you're right, man. It ain't fun. I mean, but I'm fascinated with humans, okay? And that's one of the reasons I keep doing it. People are incredible. People are incredible. When you try to get in their brain and figure out how they get to a point in a place of what they're thinking, it's pretty fucking incredible. Um, and why people act the way they do about certain things, and how I'm getting a lot better at defusing things. I always want to defuse these things before they get completely out of hand. I don't want to get punched. Who the fuck wants to get punched, dude? I mean, I'm going to defend myself. I take pepper spray. I don't take it where it's illegal. It's illegal in post office, so I don't take it in post offices. But no, I don't go out looking for trouble. I get that a lot, and that kind of that I just it's a different type of thing that I'm doing. Okay, I can't make you understand my passion for this, which went way up after August 20th of last year when I suffered my stroke. That's when, and I've still, like, the last year's kind of been, it's kind of been all over the place, different directions and stuff. And you could be looking as a viewer and thinking, what the hell is he doing? I just want you to have faith and trust in me that that this channel is going to try to do some things that aren't that are a little different than a lot of other channels. Okay, because I think I think there's a lot to be done that hasn't been done as far as auditors go, and not just that, a lot of things. But James, I appreciate those because you're bringing up both of those because you're absolutely right. That does happen, and no, I don't look forward to that happening. But I also think about humanity and put my faith in people, and and when I go out, I hope that they talk, and I have faith that if they talk, then we can get to a place of understanding. I respect your idea and what you're doing, but you never know what someone's going to do when you put them in an uncomfortable situation. You're absolutely right, which is one of the reasons why I kind of I love a lot of the auditors out there, but I want to go a little bit more toward. And I'm Susan. I'm going to read you next. I want to go a little more towards a comedy aspect of it. Okay, I think comedy tends to kind of disarm people a little bit. They either get it or they think you're just making fun of them, but it's not about that. It's about human interaction. And if we're going to do this and talk about it, why not talk about it and have a good time and poke fun of things, you know? I love when people call me old ass. You saw the guy, oh, he got out of the. Hold on, I'm going to read this. But James, I appreciate that. And you're right. People do in uncomfortable situations sometimes act out of their minds or act in a way that they wouldn't normally act. So I understand that, and I give them the benefit of the doubt. And but again, if they want to chat and they want to get into a real conversation about it, we can do that. Um, you mean you were trying to approach people or community in more natural way, like a social experiment? Sorry, not good English. Yes, exactly. That's it. That's it, Peach. Because Peach, when I go out and it drives my wife crazy, but she's getting that way too. When I go out and I'm in a public place, sometimes I'll just talk to I'll just come over and look at someone's shirt or look at someone's hat or I find something about them that I like and I compliment them on that thing. And that's two reasons. It's because it's true, I really do like it, but it also starts up the conversation sometimes. When I have a conversation with somebody that I never thought I'd have a conversation with in a restaurant or something, and I walk out, I'm like, holy shit. I saw a guy sitting alone by himself in a subway, older black gentleman. And I was getting something to go. And as I was coming out, I was like, you eating alone today, man? And he's like, yeah. I said, man, I got to run, but I'd sit here with you if I could. And he looked at me and he looked kind of stunned a little bit. And he said, I really appreciate that. Those are the kind of things that I want to try to catch people off guard with kindness in a lot of ways. But I can also do it by being a smartass. But yes, Pete, you're right. That's what I'm doing. It's like a social experience. Excellent. Susan, where's live? Where's live? People don't go around with cameras on tripods, and people treat everyone with respect, no matter who they are. I wouldn't visit New York. Too trashy and criminals on street. Well, where'd you get New York from? uh, where people live, people don't go around with cameras and tripods. People treat everyone with respect. If you hold on, I'm going to try to figure hers out. I know what she's trying to say. No matter who they are, I wouldn't visit New York. Too trashy and criminals on the streets. And Susan, you're right. I mean, but there's probably more criminals on the street in New York. You're probably not wrong about that. But also, you got to remember, New York has what? I don't even know how many millions of people. I mean, the big cities are always going to have their problems. I'm a fighter for Memphis. Y'all have seen it. I went to St. Louis. St. Louis is like a brother and sister city. We're exactly alike. Those guys up there, they love their city. They love it, but they have a lot of problems, you know. But they're not problems that we can't fix if we if we put our minds to it. That's what I'm saying. If you approach someone in a restaurant, you're automatically making things awkward. I don't do that. I don't do restaurants. Nobody wants to be approached at dinner. I agree with you there, James. I don't do restaurants. I might stroll past a restaurant and look at a menu on a window or something, but you're probably not going to see me slamming my camera right in someone's face. And to the people who do that, hey, you're allowed to do that. I'm not saying that your approach is wrong and mine's right, okay? You use New York as an example. Okay, I got you, Susan. Memphis has a lot of crime, but you know what? I'm a white guy, and the crime in Memphis is 90% black on black. I'm not laughing about that. I'm just, because it's a problem. It's a real problem. I just try to tell other people, hey, generally if you're a white person and you walk into Memphis, yeah, you're not going to be safe at all times. You're just not. Any city's like that. But but I'm sorry, I got distracted. I was getting a call up here. You try to put yourself in certain situations. There's always going to be people that are going to take advantage of you, no matter how confident you are. And you always be confident when you walk around. If I walk through an all black neighborhood here in Memphis and I'm just strolling, with my head up and I'm confident, people don't fuck with me. They're like, this guy, he's either crazy or he belongs here. They just do. How you carry yourself determines a lot of times whether or not you're going to be a victim or not. Not always, but have confidence in yourself. When you go places, don't duck down, cower over, and I don't want to make eye contact with anyone. Susan, I'm not trying to mansplain anything to you. You know all that. But y'all just got me gabbing now. Thank you for the comments and everything, guys. James, I agree with you. See, we can agree on a lot of things. And I appreciate you having a civil conversation with me. Are you a Leo, James? Because if you are, that's cool, man. You'll see in my video tomorrow. I'm going to post. I might get it up tonight, but I'm not going anywhere with that statement I just made. It might be up tonight, but you'll see that that I don't. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted because I keep seeing something up here in the corner of my thing. Oh, you're not, Leo? Okay. James, even if you're not a sub of mine, please watch my video that I post either tonight or tomorrow of my Arlington video, because today something really kind of cool happened. I didn't get the answers that I wanted, but you'll see. You'll see, okay? I'm not an enemy to police. Don't want to be, but I want them to understand that I could be anybody. I could hold a camera up, and if I catch you doing bad stuff, it's a camera, it records. Speaking of that, I was coming in here to troll at first, but you're all right. James, I appreciate you, boss. I appreciate you. Hey, seriously, man. You might not watch auditing videos, and you might think we're all, I get it. I've seen it. I know how some of them are, but I just want to tell you, man, the one tomorrow, I would like you to take a look at. It might be a little boring, but I went to the sheriff's department today to try to talk and get some answers, and I had an interaction with a lady in there about viewing me as an enemy or viewing me as somebody who just wants to make the standards a little bit higher, and wanted her to know that I don't like being viewed as an enemy by anyone, much less police. To just letting her know, hey, and then I told her I'm going to go down to City Hall. They're probably going to call, and they'll come out, and then we'll talk. They don't want to talk to me today, which I get. That's pretty understandable. There are many lonely people in my country, and that's what's leading to declining birth rate and social isolation. I think we need to try awkward alternatives. Peach, I I empathize with you. I don't. Again, it's pretty understandable. There are many lonely people in my country, and that's what's leading to declining birth rate and social isolation. Very smart, very, very smart, very, very true, very, very true. Sometimes we got to put these phones away. James, if you're out of here, man, just come on, man, check it out, okay? But Peach, God, you're right, man. Social media has made us less sociable, you know, and it just blows my mind sometimes that I talk to younger people a lot, and they're just like they don't even know how to approach a stranger in public, or at the minimum, they don't want to. And a lot of times, I don't want to either. I'm not all the time. Oh, come here! I want to meet you. I want to meet you. I want to meet you. That's not what I mean. I just mean go out on a limb every now and then. Take a chance. Take a chance. Take a chance. That little talk that you have could wind up changing your life from that person right over there at that other table that maybe y'all made eye contact, you know? And you're thinking in my mind, you know, let me say something to this person. I like their shirt. I like their hat. I like their aura. I like anything about them. If you say something positive to that fucking person, that's going to, that could change their day. It could change your day. You know what I mean? It'll make you happy. I'm down to one. I bored y'all to death. Guys, thank you for coming in. Let me show you what I bought today, though, to the one person. Okay, I did a little reselling on the side. You're probably wondering, well, you don't make any money. How do you survive? How do you survive? You know, I don't make money off this. I have a little bit of money that I've accrued that's still on here that I haven't gotten yet, but it's not much. Okay, but it doesn't matter. I appreciate all you guys. So I do reselling on the side, and today I found an old box. And normally I don't mess with records unless they're rock records, because rock records, okay, we're changing the platform now. It's about reselling and hustling. Hustling. But Peach, you're absolutely right on your social isolation and declining birth rate and awkward alternatives. You're correct. Sometimes you put somebody in an awkward situation and they bloom. You know what I mean? And they wind up talking about things that with a total stranger that they wouldn't have never think they would talk about. And then we're just happy. And we're hugging. I give hugs. Okay, check it out. I usually don't buy records, okay? But today I found these records, man. I found a box of them. A whole box of them. And they are, oh, of course it's gonna give me problems. I'll hold it right here. But they're very, 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 very old. They're 78s. Normally I don't mess with them because they are the classical records aren't worth a damn. They're not worth anything. But if I see something very old and I don't have time to look it up, I just pick it up anyway, because there could be $1,000 record in this box. Who knows? But it's really cool to have old things too that are going to be chucked away. This would have been this whole box of these records. Who is this? It's Blue Evening, Glenn Miller and his Orchestra 78. I'll just pull out another one. Maybe somebody out there will know if one of these is worth a lot of money or not. All one of you. Peach, thank you so much. Here's another one. They just look Count Basie and his orchestra. My grandfather played with Count Basie. He played stand-up bass. So I found a ton of these, and they are in immaculate shape, immaculate with the sleeves. And I glanced online and saw that some of these can be very valuable. Most of them aren't. Most of them are worth like, I don't know, $5-6, which I wouldn't mess with anyway. But yeah, I thought it was a cool find. I probably got a box of maybe 50 of them here, and I paid $5 for the whole box. So that's my day. But the big news is that I got out to Arlington today, and you're going to get the entire story. People have always asked what happened with the lawsuit, what happened with what really happened out there. I laid out, okay, and then something else happens. I wind up somewhere else talking to someone else, and um, it's a mixed bag. It was a mixed bag day, but I just want you guys to know that I'm moving forward from that situation and that lawsuit. The lawsuit, it's not going to happen. I got ghosted by Andre Wharton, big attorney, big social justice attorney in Memphis, and he kind of put me on the back burner and hung me out to dry. But that's okay. Life moves on. It wasn't about the money anyway. I just want those guys to know that, you know, that they're not going to get away with what they did. Karma will catch up to them eventually. Religion. I'm going to talk about religion, man. I'll talk about it. I'm agnostic, but I'm a spiritual person. Okay, so what that means is I think that there's probably a higher power of some sort, but I don't know who it is, and I don't know that I'll ever know who it is until I close my eyes forever. Then we'll all know, right? So I'm ranting and raving tonight. Thank you guys. Thank you for coming out and checking out my live. And there's only one of you in here, whoever you are. Much love, man. Much love, woman, whoever you are. And look for that video. Check it out and try not to roast me too much, okay? And look for more videos in the future. They will be coming. I love you all very much, and I want to thank you. I got this at the Ghost concert the other night. Jesus, He Knows Me. Somebody gave me a little bracelet at the Ghost concert. We won't talk about why. All right. Love you guys, and we will see you next time. Thanks for coming.